So when we compare the challenges that we're facing today to the massive institutional barriers faced by the abolitionists, I think that's a real source of inspiration and encouragement to realize that, sure, this is a huge challenge. Yes, it's going to take many years, if not decades, to accomplish, but we have the lessons to draw from our previous social movements, and we have a great foundation to build on in terms of our inspiration.
The alternative to corporate reform, as our friend Ray Anderson explains here, is a world in which none of us would want to live.
The typical company of the 20th century, extractive, wasteful, abusive, linear in all of its processes, taking from the earth, making, wasting, sending its products back to the biosphere, waste to a landfill. I myself was amazed to learn just how much stuff the earth has to produce through our extraction process to produce $1 of revenue for our company. When I learned, I was flabbergasted. We're leaving a terrible legacy of poison and diminishment of the environment for our grandchildren's grandchildren, generations not yet born. Some people have called that intergenerational tyranny, a form of taxation without representation levied by us on generations yet to be. It's the wrong thing to do.
There's another simple way you can become a corporate reformer. Remember when the right-wing fanatics who own Sinclair Broadcasting tried to smear John Kerry's name prior to the election last year? Their stock plummeted 17%. If you hold shares in a corporation through a mutual fund or 401k plan, you have the power to make change. Unless you specify how your money is invested, it may be supporting multinational corporations that pollute the air and soil, clear-cut forests, build landmines, or exploit the poor. Get on the phone right now and take charge of your own future. Imagine how fast corporations would change their ways if every one of us withdrew those dirty investments. What if we put that money into socially responsible investments like Pax World Fund or Portfolio 21? Go to socialfunds.com for some other ideas.
And while you're moving money around, we could use your support to keep Liberty News TV alive. We have funded the program ourselves for 6 months, and the well is running dry. Next month will likely be our last program, unless we can raise the money needed to fund the show for another year.
We leave you today with a powerful short film called The Battle for America. If you like Liberty News TV and believe that the progressive voice of truth deserves the same financial support as right-wing propagandists, look for our information following the clip. Thank you. I'm Kevan Quinn.
Hello, friends, family, comrades, rebels, insurgents, refugees, exiles, expatriates, people in hiding, and all the ships at sea. I debated whether or not I should say this. I wondered if it would do any good. I have profound fears for the future, deep anger and sadness for my country.
Our country that's been stolen away from us, captured by those who traffic in fear and hatred and bigotry and poison.
I feel like we're lost in the forest right now. We're down the rabbit hole.
And there is no end in sight.
I know you all feel the same sentiments. The rage against the unanswerable abyss, the terror of what lies ahead, the confusion of what this nation has become.
I will not attempt to glide over the monumental disaster that was this election.
There's no silver lining.
There's no redemption. The illusion of hope in this last year
has been mercilessly stripped away.
The monster we face is now unleashed
and free to wreak havoc and spill the blood of innocence.
We are in a dark place.
Perhaps the darkest place.
Unable to even conceive of the idea of light.
But we have been in such midnight moments before.
We have been in the pits of Vietnam
And the hanging trees of Jim Crow.
We have despaired on the cotton fields of Mississippi.
and the breadlines of the Depression.
We've been beaten down by crooked cops.
Pushed around by factory bosses.
Terrorized by the Klan
And the fascists.
and the Nazis.
And know nothing. And the fat cats. And robber barons. And the corrupt politicians. And wicked masters.
But we are never surrendered.
We have never weakened or wavered.
Did we surrender at Kent State?
Jackson State?
No.
Did we surrender at Selma, Alabama?
No.
Did we surrender at Haymarket?
No.
On the lettuce fields of California?
In the textile mills of Massachusetts?
In the coal mines of Colorado.
In the meatpacking plants of Chicago.
At the Stonewall Rise.
At the pro-choice rallies.
At the equal rights for women marches.
At the anti-war demonstrations.
At the strikes and the walkouts.
And the bus boycotts.
No.
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 Remember, we have history on our side.
We have the march of progress. The struggle for what is right
And good.
and pure and free
And equal.
and just and beautiful.
We have the raised fist.
Of every fighter.
We have the righteous scowl of anyone who's been wronged by the system
Anywhere, at any time.
We have the power of the powerless.
We have the moral clarity of the dispossessed.
We are the heart, the soul of the struggle, the battle that never ends.
Look to our heroes.
We are the inheritors of a proud past,
populated by giants,
heroes,
artists,
revolutionaries,
thinkers, believers in mankind,
defenders of the oppressed.
We have the pen of Walt Whitman,
And Hemingway.
The determination of Cesar Chavez.
Margaret Sanger, and Sojourner Truth.
The faith of Martin and Malcolm.
The beauty of Billie Holiday and Duke Ellington.
The strength of Roosevelt and Kennedy.
The joy of Mark Twain.
The history of America
Has been written by us. It does not belong to demagogues,
the fearmongers,
the war profiteers,
the rich, the greedy,
theocrats.
and the mullahs.
They twist the Constitution.
But we make it straight.
They wrap themselves in the flag.
But we fight for the freedoms.
Not the fabric. They shout out their pledges of allegiance.
But we do the dirty work of democracy.
They claim to represent the real America.
But we are the keepers of the tree of liberty.
It ain't over yet, folks.
Not by a long shot.
So cry a few tears.
Bang against the walls.
Scream into the wind.
Then collect yourself.
And get back to work.
It's time to punch the clock. The battle for America has begun.